We start tonight in national news, an update on Florence as it continues to churn over the southeastern United States. The storm is already being blamed for more than a dozen deaths, and officials say the worst is yet to come in some parts. CBS's Mola Lange reports from Wilmington, North Carolina.
Florence was downgraded to a tropical depression on Sunday. It's no longer a hurricane, but continues to bring life-threatening rain to the Carolinas.
This storm has never been more dangerous than it is right now.
Since Friday, parts of North Carolina have received over 30 inches of rain. In some places, it's still pouring, and the rivers are still rising.
The strongest storm bands are dumping 2 to 3 inches of rain per hour. That's enough to cause flooding in areas that have never flooded before.
New mandatory evacuation orders were issued Sunday, but some escape routes are impassable. Already, hundreds of stranded residents have had to be rescued by helicopter. More than 48 hours after Florence hit the Wilmington area, and the storm is still having an impact. Steady, lingering rain is flooding out some streets and neighborhoods, sometimes faster than people can react. And it's happening throughout the Carolinas.
Those rivers in North Carolina that have received heavy rainfall are coming our way.
South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster warned his constituents to brace themselves for what could be days of dangerous flooding.
A flash flood is called a flash flood because it comes and goes in a flash.
Countless trees and power lines are down across the region, leaving hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses in the dark.
It's awful. It's awful. It's going to be a long time.
Repair crews are on standby, but it could be weeks before they'll be able to go everywhere they're needed. Mola Lange, CBS News, Wilmington, North Carolina.
President Trump has already declared a federal disaster in the Carolinas. The storm is expected to turn north overnight towards Tennessee and Kentucky. Montana Army National Guard troops are on their way to the East Coast to help with hurricane response. MTN's Jonathan Ambarian was there this morning as they prepared to take off.
On Sunday morning, Army National Guard soldiers were hard at work at the Army Aviation Support Facility in Helena, getting ready for a trip across the country.
We've got a lot of logistics that have to be done to get going, people, get orders. It's a big process that goes into it.
The Montana Guard sent 19 soldiers in 2 Black Hawk helicopters and 1 Chinook helicopter to assist with the emergency response to Florence. Some additional mechanics will join them later on. The Montana troops will provide much-needed additional air support as the relief efforts move forward. The crews will make a 2-day trip from Montana to Maryland. From there, they'll be staged and available to help the hurricane response in any way necessary.
We're expecting to do anything from search and rescue missions to resupply or just stand by as needed and help out as we can.
The Montana Guard responded to a call for assistance through EMAC, a nationwide system that lets states request and share resources in times of need. EMAC has previously been used to bring other states' National Guard troops to assist with Montana wildfires.
Other states come here to help us out and we go there. It's really just a big family with the Guard.
Guard leaders say for now, the Montana soldiers will remain on the East Coast for as long as they're needed.
That's what we raised our right hand to do, and to go help the citizens and help where needed, and our brethren in the Guard especially.
In Helena, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.
Thank you, Jonathan. The Great Falls Police Department is utilizing technology to provide another tool to help keep officers and those they serve safe. MTN's Shannon Newth shows us the department's drone and why police are using it.
The Great Falls Police Department's drone program took off in the fall of 2017. It's not a toy, but rather a tool used in specific cases. Since its inception, the drone has flown on 17 missions.
One of our main missions is crime scene documentation. And so when we have a significant crime scene, especially an outdoor one, we will use it to document those crime scenes. The other thing that we use it significantly for is different search and rescue missions.
The DJI Matrice 200 is equipped with a 4K camera and also uses a FLIR camera to see heat signatures at night. The $15,000 price tag, along with a lower-cost backup and training drone, was paid for in full by the Great Falls Police Community Foundation.
So this shows you, this is the first-person view, and you can see that where the gimbal is facing.
Okay. 2 people are involved in a drone mission, the pilot and the visual observer.
Maximum flight altitude reached.
The drone not only helps officers be more efficient by saving time, but it gives a whole new perspective on the world around them, providing safety for both officers and citizens.
It gives us the ability to get up above everything else. And whether we're doing a methodical search over a large area for an armed individual, it gives us the ability to oversee that and guide our folks on the ground safely, as safe as possible, in to secure these areas.
In this search and rescue scenario, the drone was used as an eye in the sky to help locate a person in the water long before the rescue boat.
There's no telling how long that would have taken if they had to do it from the boat, scanning it, 3 feet above the water, where we had him located in less than 30 seconds upon taking off.
So fly it forward towards us.
GFPD abides by all federal laws and FAA regulations when operating the drone, including contacting the Great Falls International Airport Tower, staying at 400 feet above the ground or lower, and keeping the drone within line of sight. They also notify Malmstrom Air Force Base helo operations and Benefice Mercy Flight, which get flight priority over the police drone.
We don't have any interest in making it even questionable whether or not we're violating somebody's rights. Everything that we do is reactionary. We're not out enforcing traffic laws. We're not out patrolling and arbitrarily flying it around and looking at things. It's not what we do. That's not, as a law enforcement agency, how we want to police in our community.
A new tool ready to fly for the right missions. In Great Falls, Shannon Newth, MTN News.
And Shannon says right now 7 members of Great Falls Police Department are trained to operate the drone. They're hoping to train 2 more soon. Hundreds of people turned out to Veterans Park in Billings today for the 15th annual Out of the Darkness Walk. The event hopes to raise awareness about suicide in Yellowstone County in the state of Montana. The walk offers people an opportunity to come together and realize that they are not alone in the fight to end suicide in our community. The Out of the Darkness Walk raises money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, with half the money raised going directly to local chapters of the organization. The walk exceeds all expectations this year, with hundreds of people in attendance and raising a total of $60,000 as of yesterday.
Everybody can learn about suicide prevention, learn the risk factors, the warning signs, and how to interact with someone when you might be worried about them. And it's like CPR. Everyone should take a class so that they know these basic principles for being able to help somebody and prevent suicide.
The very first Montana International Film Festival, or MINT, finishes tonight in Billings. The 3-day festival includes panel discussions with filmmakers. MINT features from 60 minutes to 40 countries with 7 world premieres. It's a place for filmmakers and audiences.
The filmmakers come to interact with the audience. And so we want the people in the community, people who would go to AMC or to any other showing, we want them to come here and see new films. We want to connect the audience to the filmmaker. We started this first year as a 3-day event only, with the expectation of growing to 5-day, 7-day, and 10-day over the next couple of years. We wanted to just scale it down to 3 days and then grow from there.
MINT used the Babcock, the Art House Cinema, and a venue at 2905 Montana Avenue. About 1,200 people came for the film festival.